How do you know when you know something? Randomly?
Okay, how do we know when we know something?
Yes.
Based on our discussion here, there is several indications. I think one of it is based on behavior, like feeling, like if you feel confident with the things that we talk about, then we kind of talk about those.
Okay.
The other one is based on, for my case, is I would usually prove the things that I'm doing, like there's a certain things that I'm studying, but do I actually know about it or do I not? So usually I test it out through experiment or any kind of action that indicate that I'm essentially right.
I've got one question for you. What is an indication of correct confidence?
Being spontaneous and that I'm not being confident. Yeah, I think that was
Okay? You know, one of the things I always tell my students is that it's okay to have a conversation with yourself. And sometimes we gain great confidence by having conversations with ourselves. But I warn them that every now and then self starts giving you dumb answers. And so you should at least try it out with at least one other person. Okay, let's take it.
Okay, so how do you know something when you know something?
Yeah. How do you know something?
Yeah, speak
There are microphones.
So, first of all, confidence. You need to answer the questions confidently, at least confidently, and try to defend that particular things based on your own knowledge.
Okay.
Yeah. Then, of course, if you want to know something, you need to continue learning. In order to learn how this model how it works, then you are going to continue to explore more on whatever things it's going to be.
Can you all hear me?
Loud and clear.
Is anybody having difficulty hearing anybody? If you do, I'll bring electronic assistant. Okay, all right. I'm not going to change the question. Notice I haven't said whether they're correct or not. That's your that you can do. How do you know when your student knows something? Let's see, I've done this is a random. I guess I go here. How do you know when your students know something?
Assessment, giving them like formal assessment to see if they understand.
Okay, you need a little help.
Yeah. By giving the students assessment to see if they really understand what they already know or what already has been taught. But we had discussions here with our friends that sometimes the student might not really know what they already know, because when it comes to application, when they have the knowledge, but then when we twist the question or make the test further, they can't really justify.
Now I want you to hold that thought about assessment until this afternoon. We're going to come back this afternoon and start talking about assessment. So just hold that thought. Don't remember that long. Hold that thought until tomorrow. Okay? How do you know when your students know something? Thank you very much. How do you know when your students know something? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Who the hell am I talking to? That group. Okay. Thank you. I'm back to you. How do you know when your students know something?
The group has seen that assessment. Okay, but putting assessment aside.
It was on.
Okay, one of the key points to assess the case by testing, questioning, then only we know that the students knowing something. But my personal view, first you have to assess whether you know that particular things before you're going to assess that students knowing something. Right? Because whatever facts that we are assessing, that students might not be true if you yourself do not know.
Just because your students give you the correct answer, does that mean that they know it?
No.
Okay. So, let me give you one way that I use to get an indication of whether my students know something. I'll ask them a question, and I'll look at the whites of their eyes. Because if a student is not confident, doesn't what they do, they look away, they look down, they do all kinds of things. And, say again?
It doesn't really go. I see people ask them to just stay.
Now, I will not, if you will know that I seldom use the word always. Yeah, okay. All right, thank you very much. Let's move on. Let's move on.
I know that. So confident.
Let's talk about the benefits of studying and the benefits of testing. Okay. There's a study done by these two chaps that looked at the benefits of studying. Here's the experiment. Gave them a passage to read. And then we did one of two things. For group one, after letting them read the passage for 5 minutes, we then turned and gave them some arithmetic multiplication thing to do. You know, totally different from what they were doing, just to take their mind off of what they were doing. And we let them do that for 2 minutes. Group one then, after, was then allowed to go back and study again for 5 minutes. I'm sorry, yeah. Read the passage and study it for 5 minutes. Group two, we gave them a test, which tests their recall of what they had read the first time. And we gave them roughly 5 minutes to do that test. After 5 minutes, gave them another, some more multiplicative things to do, some busy work to do, to take their mind off of what they were doing for 2 minutes. And then, for 5 minutes, let the group one study some more, and group two took the test again. We did that for 4 consecutive times. Then, after that, we allowed them to take the test again. And again, group one and both two took the test. And then, after 1 week, we had them take the test again. So, what were the results of that grand experiment? Keep in mind, group one did study, busy work, study, busy work, study, busy work, study. Group two, study once, then test, 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 test. The outcome of that grand experiment. For the 5 minutes later, group one performed better on the test. They were up to about 80%. Call that 80 for government work. Group two, that did the study once, test, 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 about 70%. Not bad. But what about 1 week later? 1 week later, group one that did the study could only recall about 40% of material. Group two that did the study once, test, 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 could recall about 60% of the material. And so, what happened here? Group two, they only studied once, but every time they took a test, what did they do? They had to reconstruct their learning. And so the process of taking the test did what? Helped them to make this passage their own, even though they only saw it once. Group one who did the study, initially did well, but there was a rapid what? Erosion of knowledge. And so the act of simple repeated testing did what? Help people make it their own. Which says that as part of our educative process, we have to do what? Continually assess our students. Now, one last thing. How do you think the students felt about their knowledge of material? The students who did the study felt that they were learning. The students who were doing the study test did not feel confident about how much they were learning, even though they actually were. And so sometimes students don't know when they're learning. And so therefore, one of our things we have to do is to help our students develop their confidence. So, what's the bottom line that comes out of this? Information is not stored like a little videotape. New information is related to old information. And memories are not retrieved by simply hitting the playback button. The retrieval involves a reconstructive process. And during that reconstructive process, what happens? That retrieval process has consequences for how much we understand and how much we remember. Now, this is a simple playback quiz, but there is also evidence that shows that simply forcing our students, or getting our students to reconstruct their knowledge pays great dividends from the educated point of view. Second finding, people need a conceptual framework to effectively integrate new information. Paraphrase again. There is value in conceptual framework versus knowledge alone. Now, Alice, where are you?
What we want to do is show you a way of understanding the importance of a conceptual framework. So, this is a chessboard, as you can see. Have a look at the pieces on the board. So for about 15 seconds or so, just have a look at those particular pieces on the board. How many can you put in place? 3, 2, 3. Now, if we had an exercise and you had 3 groups, you have a chess master, a group of experienced players, and some beginners. And you ask them to repeat that exercise 7 times. So they look at the board on 7 successive occasions, and each time try to add some more, put some more pieces in place. How do you think the graph would look? So in view of the time, we won't get the whole table to sort of do it, but roughly, what do you expect would happen? The chess master would do better than the beginner, or the beginner better than the chess master? So this is the master. This is the more experienced player, and the beginners are sort of down here. So there's a difference. Why do you think that might be the case? Think about it for a minute. Now, if I repeat, this was board 1, and you saw the examples which I presented. And there's a second board. Okay? So look at those pieces on the second board. And I get the exercise repeated. So what they did, they had 7 attempts to do the placement. And the 3 individual groups were very similar. So quite dissimilar to the first board. So if we go back, these are the 2 boards. And these are the chess pieces. Why do you think those results are the same for the 3? Would you have expected them to be similar to what happened with the first exercise? What might be different? Have a discussion at your table. Let me put the 2 boards back up again. Why are the results different the second time round?